The downfall of Adolf Hitler, 1945. By 1945, Adolf Hitler and his once mighty Germany were collapsing. The Soviets were pushing to Berlin from the east and the Western Allies pushing in from the west, and it was only a matter of time before the Nazis' regime of terror over Europe came to a close. Hitler chose not to flee Berlin and decided to hide in his mighty Führerbunker. Hitler entered the Führerbunker below the Reich Chancellery on the 16th of January, 1945, and would never leave the grounds alive again, at least we think so. The Führerbunker was heavily fortified with walls and ceilings several meters thick, a multi-level interior, and its own water and electricity systems. The construction for the bunker had officially been completed by late 1944, just in time for Hitler, his soon-to-be wife Eva Braun, and his many staff members to enter. Despite the attempts at making life normal in the bunker, the signs of war and a deteriorating government were very much present. Flickering lights, sounds of gunfire and bombs, and Hitler ranting and raving were very much present during the Führer's last stay in the Führerbunker. However, Hitler never really left the bunker much, and his last appearance outside it would be on the 20th of March, when he awarded various soldiers, mostly children of the Hitler Youth, with iron crosses for defending the city. On the 20th of April, Hitler would celebrate his 56th and last birthday with a small celebration in the bunker. This celebration consisted of Reichsmarschall Hermann Göring, Reichsführer SS Heinrich Himmler, Minister of Propaganda Josef Goebbels, Hitler's personal secretary Martin Bormann, Grand Admiral of the Navy Karl Dönitz, General Field Marshal Wilhelm Keitel, and Chief of the General Staff Hans Krebs. Goebbels would become Chancellor after Hitler's death, and Dönitz would become President. Also, Keitel and Krebs would both play key parts in the German surrender. At the celebration, Hitler was pushed to leave Berlin, but chose not to, fearing capture or worse. Bormann, Goebbels, along with Goebbels' wife and 6 children, would stay with Hitler in the Führerbunker until the end. The aforementioned Göring and Himmler had left, however. Before leaving, Göring had asked Hitler if he could assume power due to Hitler's decline in mental state. Hitler considered this treason and forced Göring to resign from all his previous positions. Also, Himmler, who at one point was the most second powerful man in Germany, had reached out to U.S. General Dwight Eisenhower hoping for peace. However, this attempt was rejected. Hitler found out about this and in a fit of rage ordered that Himmler be found and shot on the spot, but Himmler was nowhere to be found. However, SS Gruppenführer Hermann Fegelein, one of Himmler's men, and the brother-in-law to Eva Braun, had been caught trying to escape the bunker and was found and executed on the 29th of April. These betrayals pushed Hitler further and further more towards suicide. Hitler then married his longtime romantic partner Eva Braun past midnight on the 29th of April. Braun would stay with Hitler until the end. By this point, Hitler and Braun made the decision to take their own lives. Hitler told Traudl Junge, his secretary, his last will and testament, and then consulted a doctor to test out cyanide capsules. The cyanide would be tested out on Hitler's beloved German Shepherd dog, where it was successful and the dog died. Hitler was devastated after his dog's death. To make matters worse, Hitler was told the Germans could only hold the Red Army back for another couple of days at most. Now, on the 30th of April, 1945, Hitler and his wife ate their last meal and said their goodbyes to those in the bunker and went into their private rooms in the mid-afternoon. It is commonly accepted that both Hitler and Braun took cyanide capsules by biting down on them in their mouth. It is also believed that Hitler shot himself in the head as well as taking the cyanide, although where in the head is not known for sure. According to Hitler's final wishes, which were told to SS officer Otto Gunche, both bodies were carried out to the garden outside the bunker, where they were doused with gasoline and burned. The death of Adolf Hitler was announced to the world the following day on May 1st, and the Nazis would surrender unconditionally 6 days later on the 7th of May, 1945, ending the Third Reich for good. It is believed that the remains of both Hitler and Braun were discovered by the Soviets just days after they were partially cremated. The remains were relocated several times, and in 1970, KGB agents dug them up, burned them, and crushed them before throwing them into a river near the Elbe in northeastern Germany. However, there were 2 pieces not burned, part of a skull and part of a jaw, said to be Hitler's. However, these were later determined to belong to a woman, not Hitler, which raised concern about the credibility of the other remains. Again, these reports are not 100% certain, but what is most commonly accepted. We will almost certainly never know what truly happened to Adolf Hitler after his alleged death. Thanks for watching.